The quickest way to boost your credit score. Are you trying to get a car, a new apartment, or just a decent interest rate on a loan, but your credit score keeps getting in the way? It's beyond frustrating to feel like you're stuck, watching thousands of dollars in potential savings just vanish because of a 3-digit number. But what if I told you there are simple, powerful moves you can make right now to give your score a real boost in as little as 30 days? In this video, I'm showing you the fastest ways to fix your credit, so you can stop worrying and start getting what you want. We're about to create your game plan for financial freedom, and it starts now. That little number, your credit score, sure feels like it has all the power, doesn't it? It can feel like a gatekeeper, locking you out of the best deals and your biggest goals. I've seen it 1,000 times. Good, hardworking people held back by a few mistakes from their past, or even just by not having enough credit history. The good news? You can take that control back. The credit system isn't some big, scary monster. It's a game with rules. And today, I'm going to teach you how to play it and win. We're going to break down the strategies that have the biggest impact, the fastest. This isn't vague advice like, be better with money. This is a checklist of concrete actions you can take the minute this video is over. Think of this as your 7-step game plan for the next month. Ready to stop feeling frustrated and start seeing some real results? Let's get into it. Step 1. Pay every single bill on time. All right, first up, and this is the undisputed king of all credit advice, pay your bills on time. Every single time. I know, it sounds almost too basic, but you'd be shocked how many people underestimate its power. Your payment history is the single most important piece of your credit score. It makes up a massive 35% of your FICO score. Think about that. More than a third of your score hangs on one simple question. Do you pay your debts when you say you will? Just one 30-day late payment can wreck your score, and that negative mark can haunt your credit report for up to 7 years. It's like spilling coffee on a brand new white shirt. Even after you clean it, you can still see a faint shadow of the stain for a long, long time. Every lender, landlord, or even potential employer who looks at your report can see it. So how do we make sure this never happens? The solution is beautifully simple: automation. Your mission for this week is to log into every single one of your accounts, credit cards, car loans, student loans, even your phone bill, and set up automatic payments. If you can, set it to pay the full statement balance each month. But if your budget is tight, at the very least, automate the minimum payment. This is your safety net. Life gets crazy. You forget a due date, a bill gets lost, it happens. But with AutoPay, you've built a system that makes it impossible to be late. You're protecting that crucial 35% of your score without even thinking about it. This isn't just a tip. It's the foundation of a great credit score. Don't skip it. Step 2. Crush your credit utilization rate. Now that the foundation is solid, let's talk about the second most powerful move you can make. And this one can work incredibly fast. We're talking about your credit utilization rate. This fancy term makes up another 30% of your credit score, making it nearly as important as paying on time. So what is it? Simply put, it's the percentage of your available credit that you're currently using. Think of your total credit limit on all your cards as a full tank of gas. If you have a total limit of $10,000 and your current balance is $5,000, you've used half the tank. Your utilization is 50%. Here's the golden rule. Keep your credit utilization below 30%. Anything higher is a red flag for lenders. It makes it look like you're overextended and relying too much on credit to get by, which screams risky. Someone using 90% of their credit looks like they're on the brink of financial trouble, while someone using 10% looks like they've got everything under control. The quickest way to move the needle here is to aggressively pay down your credit card balances. Let's go back to that example. A $5,000 balance on a $10,000 limit is 50% utilization. If you can throw a chunk of money at it and get that balance down to $2,000, your utilization instantly drops to 20%. As soon as your credit card company reports that new, lower balance to the credit bureaus, your score can jump significantly. Here's a pro-level trick. Your balance is typically reported to the credit bureaus on your statement closing date, not your payment due date. This is key. You could charge $2,000, pay it off before the due date, but if the statement closes while that $2,000 is still on there, that's what gets reported. For the fastest boost, find your statement closing date for each card and make a big payment before that date. This simple timing trick can make a huge difference in your score. Step 3. The authorized user hack. Strategy number 3 is one of my favorites, especially if you have a thin credit file or you're recovering from a bad score. I call it the authorized user hack because it honestly feels like a shortcut to a better score. This is where you can piggyback on someone else's amazing credit habits. Here's how it works. You ask a family member or trusted friend with a long, perfect credit history to add you as an authorized user to one of their credit card accounts. They don't even have to give you the card. The moment you're added, the entire history of that account can copy itself onto your credit report. Imagine your mom or dad has a credit card they've had for 15 years. They have a high limit, always keep a low balance, and have never, ever missed a payment. That perfect 15-year payment history, that super low utilization, and that aged account can suddenly appear on your credit file. For someone with a young credit profile, it's like a massive infusion of positive history. It can increase the average age of your accounts, slash your overall credit utilization, and add a flawless payment record to your report. The result can be a surprisingly fast and major jump in your score. Now this comes with a huge warning. This is all about trust. First, you have to pick the right person. Their good habits will help you, but if they ever miss a payment or max out that card, their mistake will hurt you too. Second, there needs to be a clear agreement. The smartest way to do this is to be added as a user and then have the primary cardholder just cut up the card when it arrives in your name. You get all the benefits of their history with zero risk of anyone overspending. This isn't about getting more credit to spend. It's a strategic move to import a great credit history. Step 4. Ask for a higher credit limit. Let's move on to number 4, a strategy that is so simple, yet almost everyone overlooks it. Asking for a credit limit increase. This move ties directly back to your credit utilization rate. Remember, lower is better. There are 2 ways to lower your utilization: pay down your balance or increase your limit. We already talked about paying down your debt, but what if you don't have a pile of cash ready to go? This is where a higher limit works its magic. Let's use our example again. You have a $5,000 balance on a $10,000 limit card, putting you at 50% utilization. Now, what if you simply called your credit card company and they bumped your limit to $20,000? Magically, your $5,000 balance is now only using 25% of your credit. You didn't pay an extra dime, but you just cut your utilization in half. When that new, lower percentage gets reported, your score can climb. So how do you do it? It's often as easy as logging into your credit card app and clicking a Request Limit Increase button. You'll probably have to update your income, and you might get an answer instantly. One important heads up. When you ask, the company might do a hard inquiry on your credit, which can cause a small, temporary dip in your score. That's why you want to be smart about it. A good tactic is to call the customer service number and just ask them, if I request a credit limit increase, will it be a hard or a soft pull? If they say soft pull, there's literally no downside to asking. And even if it's a hard pull, the small dip is often well worth the long-term boost you get from a lower utilization rate. Before we get to our next point, I want to mention something crucial. All these strategies, tracking your utilization, checking your payment history, they all depend on you actually knowing what's on your credit report. You can't make smart moves if you're flying blind. That's why using a credit monitoring service is a game changer. There are plenty of great free options out there that give you access to your score, your full report, and send you alerts when something changes. It's like a security alarm for your financial life. I'll drop links to a few of my favorites in the description. Getting one set up is a key part of this whole process, so you can see your hard work paying off in real time. Step 5. Use Experian Boost and similar services. All right, let's dive into number 5. This one is for anyone who's ever thought, it's so unfair that paying my rent and cell phone bill on time for years does nothing for my credit score. Well, things have changed. The strategy is to use a free service called Experian Boost. Historically, things like your cell phone bill, your internet, your utilities, and even your Netflix subscription didn't show up on your credit report unless you stopped paying and went to collections. It was a one-way street where only the bad stuff could hurt you. Experian Boost flips that script. You connect your bank account to your Experian profile, and the service scans for on-time payments you're already making. When it finds a good track record for utilities, rent, or even streaming services, it adds that positive history to your Experian credit report. That new stream of good data can give your FICO score an instant boost. This is especially powerful for two groups: people with a thin file, meaning not much credit history, and people who are trying to rebuild from a low score. It lets you build credit with the responsible habits you already have, without taking on new debt. The best part? It can't hurt you. The service only adds positive payment history. If you have a late payment on a utility bill, it just ignores it. It won't be added and won't hurt your score. While it only impacts your Experian file, many lenders use that data. Taking 10 minutes to sign up could be one of the easiest wins on your credit journey. Step 6. Become a credit report detective. This next strategy takes a little bit of sleuthing, but it can be like striking gold. You need to become a detective and investigate your own credit reports for errors. Mistakes on credit reports are shockingly common, and just one error could be unfairly dragging your score down. You are legally entitled to a free copy of your credit report from all 3 major bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, every year. The only place you should go to get them is annualcreditreport.com. It's the official, federally mandated source. Once you have your reports, go through them line by line. You're looking for anything that seems off. This could be anything from a misspelled name to much bigger problems. Look for accounts you don't recognize, a major sign of identity theft. Look for late payments you know you paid on time. Look for a single debt listed twice, or closed accounts still being reported as open. If you find a mistake, you have the right to dispute it. You can do this online through the credit bureau's websites. You'll explain the error and upload any proof you have, like a bank statement showing an on-time payment. By law, the bureau has about 30 days to investigate. If the creditor that reported the info can't prove it's accurate, they have to remove it. If that error was a serious one, like a bogus collection account, getting it removed can make your score shoot up almost overnight. Don't just assume your reports are accurate. Be your own advocate. Step 7. Be strategic with new credit. Our final strategy is about what not to do. It's about playing defense to protect your score while you're working so hard to build it. The rule is simple. Avoid opening a bunch of new credit accounts in a short amount of time. Every time you formally apply for new credit, the lender does a hard inquiry on your report, which can cause a small, temporary dip in your score. 1 or 2 inquiries here and there is no big deal. But if you go on an application spree for 5 different credit cards in 1 week, you look desperate. Lenders see that flurry of inquiries and think you might be in financial trouble, which can tank your score and lead to denials. Being strategic is key. Don't just apply for a card because you got a tempting offer in the mail. Do your research, find the one that best fits you, and apply for that one card. The good news is that when you're shopping for a major loan like a car loan or mortgage, credit scoring models know you're rate shopping. Multiple inquiries within a short window, usually 14 to 45 days, are typically treated as a single event, so you won't get punished for being a smart shopper. Also, remember that every new account you open lowers the average age of your credit history, and a longer history is always better. This is also why you should almost never close your oldest credit card. Even if you don't use it, keeping it open helps your score by preserving your credit history and keeping your total available credit high. Okay, let's bring it all home. We've laid out your 7-step game plan for a quick credit score boost. 1. Automate all your bill payments. 2. Attack your credit card debt to crush your utilization. 3. Explore becoming an authorized user. 4. Ask for credit limit increases. 5. Sign up for Experian Boost to get credit for the bills you're already paying. 6. Play detective with your credit reports and dispute every error. And 7. Be strategic and stop applying for new credit you don't need. You now have the playbook. You have the exact, actionable steps that can bring real results, fast. The power is back in your hands. So my question to you is, which of these 7 steps are you going to take first? Drop it in the comments below. Telling someone your plan is the first step to making it real. And if you found this helpful, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell. I'm always sharing new ways to help you master your money. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.